Previously on Story Hoard.
And from the woods you hear a voice that says,
I am Zakhar, the god of these border woods. What did you do to me?
a gift from the Troupe master.
What happens to me happens to those under my influence. Stop this monarch.
Itaki, how many shrines did you say that you did that to? 12?
The temple is also closed. It is boarded up, and upon closer inspection, you all can see some very gradual petrification starting to creep out from under the door with a flourish and a twist of a shimmering green cape turns around the Troupe master. The three of you are in the midst of a semicircle of assembled clowns watching Effie and Nasty ripping into each other in what seems like a very out of character verbal argument. Effie is flushed in the face and Nasty is seemingly, to say unaffected would be incorrect, but not nearly as emotional as she is. He's holding himself in a very cold, collected manner and making a lot of demands of all of the assembled clowns. A lot of instructions of, you need to be doing this, this, this. You should already have these lines down. Where's the panache? Where's the rehearsal? Come on, we can't afford to be so sloppy for such a big performance coming up, people. Come on now. And it's just a very caustic argument going back and forth. So far, your presence has been unnoticed.
Okay, who is like the closest clown to us?
Right now, little Bobino is clutching at Sildra and just trying not to stand out too much. They're grabbing your leg and trying to like hide behind the four of you and Smudge.
We just have a horse here.
Where else is she gonna go?
I don't know, we just have a whole horse and carriage here.
Okay, so you can park Smudge like around back. That's fine.
Smudge you at the edge of camp, please.
Yes, I think I shall. Ooh, look, apples, carrots. Time to sniff some grass. She's off to the side. Yeah, it's just the four of you and
Okay, thank
Bobino.
God.
We've caused no attention to come to
Yeah.
ourselves.
There we go. Yeah, the giant conspicuous nightmare horse is not with any of you.
The horse with all of our shit.
Babori leans down a little bit closer to Bobino. How long has he been like this?
It's been a few weeks of this. We thought he was just busy with a new project, and we just didn't see him all that much. And then the last few days, he's been really, really mean about rehearsals and making things perfect. And he's got some big plan, and none of us can get it right. And I miss when he was nicer.
Okay.
Has he been spending a lot of time in his workshop?
Looks up at you, Mateo, and he says, yeah, pretty much. He was really locked away for like 2 or 3 weeks before he came out this week talking about some new big show he wanted to put on. We'd hardly seen him at all. And then this week, it's just, he seems so different all of a sudden.
You know what, Bobino? I think this is just a case of some kind of mold poisoning. I think there might be something in his workshop that we can take care of for him.
You really think so? I mean, I could maybe I could take you there. I don't know. You hear again, just like angry argument before Nasty stamps a foot and says, "That's final," and starts to peel away from the crowd of clowns as if he's like, "You can't keep doing this, G. Come on." Like and she goes to run after him, but then looks down at the clown who was on the ground that seemed to have injured themselves, trying to pull some new stunt, throws her hands up in his direction and goes to attend to the injured person on the ground.
Look, kid, you don't have to take us to his tent. Like, you can just tell us where it is, and we can see if we can find the source of the problem from there. I know that he's, usually more fun than this. And there's some really freaky molds out there that can, you know, make people act out. But we want to make sure that he's feeling his best, right? That way he can treat other people the best.
Bobino nods and he says, Yeah, yeah, that's if it's just, there's something weird in his workshop, that should be easy enough to get rid of, and then he'll be back to himself, right? Yeah. And he kind of like rubs at his face, and points a chubby little finger across the way towards where Nasty is walking, and you can just see a flash of his cape flit behind a trailer door that slams shut. And it seems like he's in like the front half of his trailer situation. You guys saw this the last time you were with the troupe.
Mhm.
Nasty's living quarters is divided between a front half of like clearly where he like sleeps and gets dressed for shows, and the back half, which is a hitched workshop to the back of that wagon.
Right. Bobino, Momori kind of pats his head. Don't, just let us take care of this, okay? We don't want you getting injured by the mold. So just let us take care of it. We have special mold techniques.
Yes.
Awkward smile.
Looks at Sildra.
Sildra gives like a thumbs up and just kind of mouths, "She's weird."
Hey!
Giggles at that, but gives a nod and says, Okay, should I could tell, Effie that you guys are maybe she can help you if it's a matter of cleaning out Boss's workshop. She's sort of the only other one really allowed in. And he like goes to walk over to where Effie's tending to the other clown. And you see him
Oh god.
run over to her and then point obviously in your guys' direction. And Effie looks up at you. Also in like patchy green regalia, it seems like she's still, of all of the clowns, the one fighting hardest not to wear the green. She has like one cursory like green pin on her outfit, green face paint instead of red. But it seems like for the most part she's kind of dragging her feet getting on this new bandwagon. And she looks up at the four of you and pulls a very tired like, not one more thing kind of look before she finishes up with the clown in front of her, makes sure their leg is all bandaged up, and then walks over to you all. I thought we were square.
We are.
Definitely are.
Yes, we heard you were having some problems with management around here.
Just wanted to swing by and see if we could help with that.
Rami looks at Effie and looks at the three of you and says, Is there something that we can help you with right now? With your boss, I guess? Hi, by the way, I'm Rami, and sticks out a hand in her direction. She looks at the hand and looks back at you all and says, These are business matters. We don't need you guys sticking your nose in our business when we agreed that we'd stay out of yours. Thank you for stopping by. Merch table is over there. And she goes to just like about face from you all.
Zildra's going to step in her way and kind of cut her off from walking away. I completely agree with your assessment of that. But here's the thing. If your boss goes off the rails, it's going to become our business one way or another. We're here to help you before it becomes a problem for everyone.
Squints eyes. Sildra, make a persuasion check for me.
Yay! Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna cover it. 23?
Ah!
Oh, yeah. on a 23.
How much of that natural, Kev?
I rolled a 16.
Holy crap.
Okay. That
Your
Silver's got some charisma, huh? Okay.
Jesus, one of us had to.
Goodness. Effie looks at you, Sildra, and you can see she has an appearance of someone who has not been sleeping well. She seems very tense and very tired around the eyes. As you say, you're here to help before it becomes other people's problems. She looks around at the slowly dispelling clowns and over her shoulder in Nasti's direction and says, "It's a little late for that. Whatever bug is in his brain is already everyone's problem here. You think you can break him out of this? Be my guest, because I've known this guy, crying out loud, 30-odd years, and this is beyond anything he's ever pulled with me before."
Did it just start out of nowhere?
Well, I believe that he has become under the influence of something that he's been tinkering with in his workshop.
Looks at you, Mateo.
When he showed us his workshop last time we were here, there was just some things in there that were a bit suspect, and if he was tinkering around with them and he didn't know what he was doing, it could perhaps have infected him. But we know what we're looking for, if you just let us go in there.
Gets very in your space, Mateo, and Effie is not a warm person by any means. She is not great at making anyone feel welcome, and when you say that you kind of have an idea of what you'd be looking for, she gets right up in your face and says, "You better be specific as hell right now, because no one gets in and out of that workshop without the big guy. Anyone who does, it's either their ass or mine, and right now I'm not in the mood of a repeat of what just went down."
I take out the, armband
Ooh.
that we got, the petrified armband. So we're looking for some stuff that looks like this.
Looks down at the armband and just takes a very deep breath in through her nose. What the hell has he gotten himself into this time? And shakes her head. She starts making her way over to Nasti's trailer with a, come on with me kind of gesture and says, he brings home different stuff. Every other clown who comes back from a successful heist, whoever brought him back those weird relics, he said he got rid of them. Evidently he didn't. And, one fixation leads to another, and then he's shut up in his room for days on end. Nothing out of the ordinary, but missing rehearsal? That's not right. Let's see, calling me anything other than, my best friend, second in command, person who knows everything that needs to go down when it needs to go down better than he does. Suddenly, he's got these grand ideas that he knows exactly how to run this place. Whatever he's messing with in there is messing with him just as badly. You want to get that thing? Get it out of here. Do whatever you want with it, as long as it sets him back right. The closer you guys get to his trailer, Effie kind of takes you all aside and says, "It's going to be a mess in there. Do your best to leave it the way you find it, because the minute he sees anything's amiss, he's going to be coming after me, and then he's going to be coming after you. I don't lie to the guy. It's not going to work out that way. So, you're in, you're out, you're unseen, you're unheard." And she takes a step back. She says, "Wait over there. I'm going to stick with him in his trailer and hope he stays put for a little while." Gives a knock before letting herself inside Nasti's trailer.
Great.
Can we all fit in this thing even?
It is tight. And before you guys all wed yourselves in, Rami kind of takes a step back and he says, I'll wait out here, actually. You guys probably know what you're looking for better than I do, and
Okay, give us a knock on the door or something if you notice them leaving.
Yeah, of course. And he kind of posts outside, trying to look, casual, but clearly thinking some Rami thoughts right now.
Thinking some Rami thoughts. I love it.
That's not good.
It's fine. Let's go.
Before we take like too many steps inside. Is there anything on the floor that Sildra can see that we could be like stepping on or sort of kicking around by accident?
There is so much on the floor. There is so much everywhere. As soon as you enter this trailer, when you entered it last time, the workshop was messy in the sense that it was clearly used very frequently, but it wasn't particularly unkempt. There was just a lot of stuff, but stuff that was placed with purpose and intent. Entering Nasti's workshop now feels like you're stepping into a completely different world of scattered drawings and notes, half petrified relics across tables. The floor is littered with shattered pieces of stone and leftover parts and scraps of Nasti's previous relic amalgamations he was creating. It looks like an unhinged mess in here. It's hard to make heads or tails of what any given project is supposed to be right now.
Ugh.
But based on the sheer amount of new green fixtures up and down the walls and various just like boughs of pine and pine cones thrown on various surfaces, you kind of get an insight that he's absolutely tapped into whatever's going on with the Evergreen Monarch right now.
Hopefully we don't have to touch too much here. Mateo takes out the arcane compass.
Ooh!
Yeah!
Oh, I'm so glad you remembered
Nice,
that.
nice.
Queen! Thank God. Someone knows what they're doing.
Very nice. All right. Go ahead and roll a d20 and we'll see how in tune this thing is right now.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hot
Eat that!
dang.
We sense magic so good up in here.
You too. My goodness. Oh my god. On a 19, Mateo, you pull out your arcane compass and immediately you can see the needle spinning all over. If this workshop previously had, I suppose, like highlights of magic from his kind of dissected relics, which at the time were functional, but relatively weak. You know, the experiments he was creating of synthesizing essentially his own magical power through these hodgepodge relics. The stuff he was working on previously was not terribly powerful. But your compass right now is firing in all directions, trying to get a bead on what could be considered the most powerful. Because right now, a lot of this stuff is really powerful. But eventually it does settle on, oh goodness. It settles in the direction of a high up shelf out of the way of the rest of the chaos. Easily missed by the insanity of the space around you, but this seems intentionally up and off to the side. From your position, you can see what looks like a pristinely polished wooden box with the symbol of the Heretic's Troupe on it.
Mori, Sildra, can you reach that?
Sure.
Okay. Mamori, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Yay!
Oh no.
I'm so good at this rolling of the dice.
How's Memori's wisdom again?
Let's see here. Well, I'm playing this character, so wisdom saving throw. Okay, that's a 5 plus a 2. That's a brilliant, beautiful 7, Grace.
Ooh. I was wrong to have doubted her.
No.
Mamori, you go to reach for this box on the shelf, and as your fingers brush against the polished wood surface, you are thrown backwards with a sudden onrush of a horrible headache and an overwhelming stench of pine and rot.
Ugh.
You cannot touch this thing.
Great.
Shit.
Mori kind of gets up. That's it! That's it! That's
Don't
that
yell.
right there.
I'm yelling. Okay.
I just crashed through a whole bunch of crap.
Sildra puts like a finger to their mouth, like quiet.
Okay, Sildra, I have like some scrap cloth here. If you try and like don't touch it with your hands, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that goes this time.
How about we just knock
They're
it
like
down?
visibly nervous for once.
What if I throw a hammer at
Knock it down. What do you mean? Let's not throw things at it. We'd still have to pick it up.
Throwing is a good idea.
We have to
in this
pick it up at some
environment.
point. To open it, it's a box.
Do we? Do we? Can we just?
Yeah, let me just take out the grappling hook I took from you like weeks ago and hook it onto it, and we'll just carry it around like a fish.
Grace, Sildra is reaching for the box.
Sounds great.
Sildra, you reach for the box, and you pick it up.
Oh, I hate that.
Woo!
I hate that.
What did you do?
See, the cloth worked.
I used the cloth that Mateo gave me, I guess.
Was it a magic cloth? I'm kind of offended right now. I'm not offended.
No,
This is magic.
maybe it's
We got this.
maybe it's just
Let's go.
contact.
Wait, should we like? What if I feel like we should just take it? He's gonna notice really quickly.
Well, of course, but we came here to get the thing that was causing the issue.
Can we open it?
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
feel like
I
we
don't
opened
think opening is a
it.
good idea.
Can we like swap it for something else and then put the box back?
Okay. I think we grab it and we leave, dude.
Are there any other things? Is there another box we could put up there?
Write a note.
Um,
Write an out.
No, I'm not gonna write a note. It's not the same. No. This guy notices when something's touched. He's gonna notice a note. That's not gonna help.
I mean, if you want to like make an investigation
investigate?
roll or
Yeah.
something, yeah. See if there's anything you can make shift to replace this.
That's an 8.
Great,
It's
guys.
pretty messy. There's nothing that quite resembles this very intentionally created polished wooden box that would convincingly replace it.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few what looks like old like ring boxes and things that are a little bit smaller that could try to at a glance make up for a very conspicuous empty space on that shelf, but that's the closest thing you can find in all of this, between the kind of unhinged notes and ramblings and pages of stuff scattered about.
Okay, I guess it's probably better if we just leave before he gets over here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Is there anything else with the arcane compass? I mean, I realize there's a lot of magic stuff in here, but I want to make sure that we cover our bases.
I mean, compass is hard pointing at you and like the box Sildra right now.
Mhm.
What's in the box?
Until that box is away, this thing isn't going to pick up on anything else.
How about we take the box out and just do one more sweep? Like one of us stays with the box outside, hidden in the woods, and just I don't feel like we're gonna get this chance again.
Fair enough. Sildra, it's gonna have to be you though, because I am not touching that again.
Fair enough. I'll leave you to it then. They check outside the door to see if there's anyone outside other than, general clown tomfoolery and Rami.
No, Rami is still there, kind of guarding the door. He's not good at looking casual in the sense of like, oh, nothing to see here. He's got like his arms crossed like under his armpits, like trying and failing to whistle.
Oh.
He looks up at you, so he's like, "Are we good? They're not coming out yet, but are you guys good in there?"
Sildra slips the box into like their largest pocket, which is on their chest area, and just walks right past Rami with like a very quiet, just stay put.
Whatever you say. Sure, yeah. And
walking right into the woods.
interesting. Okay.
Looking very, like, relaxed, but beeline, getting out of there.
Mm. Oh, very cool. Matteo and Momori, what are you doing in the workshop?
All right, well, I guess I have like one more charge on this thing today. So
Mhm.
let's try the arcane compass again. That's a 10.
With the polished box out of here, you can see it's still spinning. It seems like there's a lot of like equivalent level magic items in here without that thing heavily weighing it down in the one direction. And right now it's pinging between what looks like one of Nasti's notebooks that's kind of thrown open on one of the desks.
Oh, are there any bombs in here?
Ah,
Like, obviously?
trying to think how to define obviously.
Is there one on the desk currently?
Labeled bomb.
Not on the
Is there a
desk.
big
Not
pointing arrow that says banishment bomb. My latest invention.
God
So
destroying
no.
new and
stash.
improved.
no, there is not just like loose bombs hanging
Okay,
out.
might as well just ask.
Yeah, on that 10 right now the compass is pinging between what looks like one of Nasti's notebooks and what looks like a super cluttered up workbench that's got like a couple of different things on it.
Does Mori reckon the things?
It's got like the half petrified relics.
Oh.
Momori, yeah, I think from your last visit here, which bear in mind was, pushing on a month now, since you've been to the camp, you see what looks like a picked apart and partially petrified version of the little horse automaton that Nasti had created, that was able to kind of move on its own, that was made of stolen and disassembled relics. It looks like the parts that aren't petrified are dull and they look worn. If you look close enough, you can see what looks like the ghosting of marbling happening on the surface, but it's not quite fully petrified yet.
Well, Mori picks up the horse.
Yeah, I mean, it's not moving. It's certainly no longer behaving the way it was prior, with its own sort of like magical like supply, allowing it to kind of like kick and move. This thing is fully dead.
Mori puts down the horse and picks up the notebook and rifles through it.
Don't pick it. Can't you just read what the page is on the front?
Flips through.
Momori, you flip through. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
That's an 11.
Okay. Momori, you are obviously not terribly versed in
Nope.
the magical arts or ways or practices. You know enough to know that the particular page you flipped through to looks like some sort of spell page.
Ew.
It's got some runes and incantations written in the margins on it. It's a sketched out spell circle.
Mateo, look at that.
Looking at it. Can I do Arcana?
Yes.
That is 16 plus 4, 20, please.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, that's pretty good. Dirty 20, pretty good. Yeah, Matteo, you take a closer look at it, and I think your recent interest in magic and your general knowledge of sort of books and study, you've looked through god tomes before. You're familiar with some casting circle stuff, so it takes you a minute to kind of decipher what exactly is going on here, but it looks like a summoning circle of some sort that people might use to bring about a godly presence.
Oh, good.
Should I just take this too?
Do I remember what page this was open to before? Momori, what page was this open to when you took it?
Shouldn't we just take this?
No, we're not gonna summon it though.
No, but it means if we have it, he can't.
Can I? Oh, wait. Oh, what would this be? I don't know what this would be. I want to like change something on the summoning circle
Oh my god.
notes.
Oh.
Excellent.
Just to like, and then leave it here.
Oh, interesting.
And not have it open to this fucking page.
Yeah.
Is his like pen on the desk? A pen that he's used?
Oh yeah.
Sick. Okay. Yes, I would like to attempt.
And you're just trying to like draw
No,
over
just
it?
like I want to like I don't know what this looks like.
Sure.
Maybe just like adding an additional thing on it or like changing the wording on something. Like I don't really want to like have to erase anything or draw over
Yeah, you're just altering what's already there.
something subtle enough that he wouldn't think that like, oh, I don't remember writing that I needed this.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you change the shape on one of the runes in the summoning circle sketch. Not anything like seemingly terribly overt, but you do manage to alter a few of the runes in there, changing the circle itself.
Sick. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, I think we fucked with this stuff
Yeah,
enough.
Mateo was here.
Summon me. Mamori, do you remember what page this is open to when you took it?
Memori picks up the book and looks at it. I think it was open to, I have no idea. I'm just gonna put it back. Memori carefully sets it back.
Mateo, make sure it's not on the page you fucked with.
Perfect.
It's very, very nice. You all done in
Yeah.
here?
I guess so. Get out of here.
Okay.
Real quick, while they were loitering around, I think Sildra feels guilty just going off in the woods and not saying goodbye to Bobino, so they're gonna risk going back in just to like say
See you
real
later.
quick, hey,
Aw.
we took a look at things, we're gonna try and get it figured out. We gotta leave for now though. We'll keep you updated.
Aw.
Oh, you have to go right now, but but we're going to have lunch, and boss isn't out right now, so things are actually kind of okay. Maybe you could stay a little bit long. If you took the thing out, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe you don't have to go just yet.
We think we have all of the mold taken care of, but there's still a lot of spores left over. They're going to need time to sort of, go on their way. And in the meantime, he's probably going to be very angry that we went in there. So I don't think it's a good idea for us to stick around. But we are going to go check back in with you guys. This is not like, the final goodbye or anything. We're just gonna leave, make sure that we get rid of the mold that we did collect, and then come back later to check and see how he's doing.
Interesting. Bobino nods as you're saying all this. His eyes drift from your face, Sildra, to the shape of the box poking through your overalls, and his gaze just kind of stays there
No.
before he looks back up at your face, looking a little absent-minded now, and says, okay, yeah, that's a good idea, Sildra. You should, yeah, I'm gonna go,
Bobino?
bye.
Bobino?
And he sprints away from you, Sildra, into the camp.
Soldra's gonna go back to the trailer and see if everyone's good to go.
Gotta go now.
Gotta go.
Memori and Mateo walk out of the workshop place.
Get out of here.
Sildra is frantically. They have their hand pulled up to their chest and they have their thumb pointing to the woods like, let's go.
Oh god, what happened?
Leader, we gotta go now.
All right.
Now.
Let's go.
Didn't get any bombs.
Y'all are
Reason we came here was to get bombs, so we get any bombs.
I think forget about the bombs for right.
What are you talking about?
There's been some new information.
This is just like a symptom of the problem. We need the bombs to get rid of the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, fine.
This is not a symptom. This is the cause.
No, it's not the cause.
The bombs are symptoms.
This is just like one bad actor doing some bullshit, okay?
Rami's like, Soldier, what's going on right now?
Bobino
You just need to get rid of that box.
saw the box.
God. Okay. We just need to get rid of the box, then pretend that we didn't have it.
I don't think it's gonna work.
We still need to do business with them. We need the bombs.
Wait, does Mateo? Nobody's seen you yet, right? Wait, no.
What's that?
Remy, you guys stand still, or we'll take the box.
What?
We have to smell. Because you two are probably our best bet as far as, like, nobody's seen you. You can pretend like you're here for something else, alright? And me and Silder, we're gonna take the box. Pretend like we had a disagreement or something. I don't know, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll take the horse, we'll take the box, and you guys get the bombs, okay? We have to do both.
Yes, we have to do both.
You're just going to leave now?
Just meet us.
You're just
Go
going to
go to Draga. Just go back to
Yes.
the town.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
we're running.
Go get out of here.
All right, we'll see you there. God, Mateo, what is in that box?
I don't know. They wouldn't let me open it.
Magic,
It's okay. So
magic.
I think our best bet right now is to just find the cat one.
Yeah. I mean, and as you guys are talking, you hear Nasti's trailer door fly open as he's storming away.
So they're running. We are running.
Storming away and into the big top tent on the other side. And Effie is chasing after him and again throws her hands up and looks over at the two of you and makes sure that Nasti's not looking back before making her way over to the two of you. She says, "What have you got? Tell me it's something good, that he's going to be back to his normal, insufferable self and not someone I actively want to punch right now."
Well, that's the hope. So we've gotten it out. Not sure how long it will take for the effects of it to wear off of him. But hopefully it's taken care of.
If you say so, because right now he is in a rare form, to be polite about it. Whatever this show he's got planned is gonna, I swear to God, be the last show he runs for the next year if I have it my way. Talking about inviting the whole town to this thing. Where are we gonna get the seats for this? And what kind of admission? Relics aren't cash. I don't know how he expects to pay 100 clown salaries on free admission with one relic. Okay, sure, that's great business plan. And she's just kind of storming away from you guys.
Wait, I have a business opportunity for you.
Is it a new job opportunity?
No, listen, we came in here with Gataki and Thraxa and the other one. And they had these like cool bombs that they were using. And I want to know if we could like buy some off of you.
You want the banishment bombs, really? Like right now? Listen, hey, I appreciate the patronage. Again, merch table is over there if you want like frankly a better souvenir than this stuff. They're locked up right now, all right? They're not for sale. Controlled substance and all that, according to boss over there.
Yeah, sure, I'll pay double.
Pinches like the bridge of her nose. Kid, I couldn't give him to you if I wanted. Trust me, I would give anything to just liquidate this guy's assets right now. All right, he deserves to be run into the ground as far as I'm concerned at this current state in time. Nasti's the keeper of the bombs, not me. And right now, I don't have access in the kindest terms. I've had my keys revoked, so to say. You want the bombs, you get it through him. Which, good luck.
All right, thank you for your advice.
This show is gonna be a mess.
And good luck with your problems.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Hey, if you're interested in the show-stopping number of a generation, please swing by tomorrow night. We do accept cash tickets, no matter what he says. Front row, won't believe this spectacle and whatever else he's trying to pin this as. Dress rehearsals tonight. And I'm going to get very, very drunk right now. And she does storm away this time.
All right, let's try and find the cat now.
It's a fairly big camp. The largest conglomerate of clowns is outside of the big top. There was probably a lot of prep going on inside, and then everyone was pretty much kicked out as soon as Nasty went in. So there's an assemblage of clowns, and you can see Kataki there, just kind of kicking it. She seems not terribly bothered by the current state of affairs. She's kind of like filing her nails right now, and she looks up as you guys approach. She's like, Wonder Duo, how goes it? Are you enjoying your clownly accommodations right now?
Yeah, it's going great, really. Say, do you want to make some money?
Ears perk up.
Do you know where the banishment bombs are?
Narrows eye at you. I might. I know where a lot of things are in this camp specifically, but those are a fairly hot commodity right now. What are you looking for those for?
We have some gods of our own that we'd like to handle.
Yeah, well,
Momori wanted a few for herself. Sildra probably wanted a couple too.
Jerk. Make a persuasion roll. Damn it, you had to bring Momori into this. That's her new best friend.
Yay!
Vengeance besties.
They have bracelets and everything.
It's a 9 + 1, 10.
She goes back to filing her nails and she says, "Bombs are with boss. And right now he's not exactly in a sharing mood. Normally he'll do anything for a quick buck, but right now I think he's not feeling quite so generous. So if you want him, tent's right over there. Feel free to take a shot at him."
Are they actually with him, or are they in, like, a place?
Shrug shoulders. Boss is the one that doles them out. I don't know where he keeps them. I just know that's where I get them from.
Okay, fine. Thanks for your help.
Oh, anything for a friend. And she looks back over her shoulder at whatever's going on in the tent. And you can see there's activity in there. Whatever Nasty is doing in there is making quite a lot of angry cursing noises.
There's no way he has them just on his person. There has to be, like, a place where he puts them.
I mean, unless did he use them all? It seems like these guys were, gestures to Kataki, says, seems like they're kind of, trigger happy back in the woods. I mean, that place is scorched to hell.
Well, I feel like that means that they have plenty of them. They weren't told to, like, ration them.
Or maybe they're just being dumbasses with it.
Well, maybe. But I'm there has to be a place we could just break into.
I mean, we didn't check his trailer. You guys were in his workshop, right?
This is true.
Raises eyebrows, and he seems occupied now.
Okay, let's go quick before Bobina tells him about this shit.
Yeah, you guys rush over to Nasty's trailer. Sildra and Momori, you guys are back in Draga with Smudge. What are you doing there? Just kind of hanging out?
Worrying about the others? Like, not out loud, of course. But...
Well, duh. But here, okay, what is around somewhere where you're paying customers?
Yeah, there's definitely like a tavern in the town center. When you guys were making your way through, you pass by a number of vendor stalls, a few street musicians were playing. It's the space is a little bit smaller than Hearth, and it seems like it's kind of a town that takes all types, but there's certainly a tavern where you guys can grab like a bite to eat or drink while you just kind of wait for Mateo and Rami to meet you guys back here.
Momori grabs Sildra and pulls them into the tavern.
Yeah, and it's fairly busy. There's a lot of like locals there, and you come in, and a few people kind of acknowledge that you're not from around here, but most most people are different faces around here, so you don't
Yeah.
attract too much attention if you grab a booth off to one side.
Yep.
Soldier's gonna make sure that the clasp over their pocket is fully closed and covered.
Hmm.
Memori kind of settles in the booth, looks over at Sildra. All right, so what's the deal? Like, what's the real deal here? Because when I touched that thing, Memori kind of lowers her voice, it knocked me back onto my butt. So, I want to know how you're holding it right now.
Sildra slowly leans forward with a very thoughtful expression on their face and kind of steeples their fingers. And they look up at Memori and look her in the eye and just say, I don't know what the hell is happening right now. I mentioned how I'm having these dreams, right?
Yeah.
I think it's related to when, we opened the cabinet and I feel like I'm somehow connected to our big problem right now.
Memori kind of looks around and leans closer, and she's like, "You think that you connected with the monarch?"
Yeah.
Sildra, this is not good. This is really, really, really not good.
No, it isn't. It really isn't.
Magic in general is not my favorite, and then I'm scared for you. Like, I know what it's like, and I don't know how to help you.
What are they going to do about it? What is Rami going to do about this? He's a chicken boy.
Hey, Rami is magic too. And nothing good can come from keeping this between us, okay? Like, we have to talk to them.
Sildra looks her up and down and narrows their eyes.
Arvine, you have a point. But this isn't about curse or gods or anything more. This is bigger than that. This is the whole world at stake, Sildra. It's not just about us anymore.
It never is. What do you think is going to happen when I tell them that the person they have spent who knows how long, who knows how many years trying to fight, that somehow they're in my head? Do you really think that's going to go down well?
Well, what are our alternatives? I mean, they don't learn about this and then something happens. I mean, Sildra, it go very badly. It could go really, really badly. I wouldn't have told Zafarius about my curse if I didn't trust him. I don't know your relationship to Ithaco, but I mean, I know you don't get close to a lot of people, so I just think you trust her and she would be a safe person to talk to. She's not going to let them do anything to you, Sildra.
Do you know why we had to run away from the Troupe that quickly?
Why?
Because I got sentimental and went over to tell Bobino that we were going to be back and that we weren't just abandoning him. Look where trusting people gets us.
Sildra.
I trusted Ithaco before. She didn't tell us anything about the monarch, they didn't even tell us they had a secret basement. How am I supposed to know that we tell them about this and they say that they're going to protect us and they say everything's going to be fine, and then behind the scenes they're doing something else?
It's not wrong to have feelings, Sildra. It's not wrong that you went back. And yeah, sometimes people mess up and they do wrong things, but that doesn't mean you can't trust them. It doesn't mean that they're not still good people.
How would you define a good person?
Oh, for Pete's sake, Sildra! I don't have time for, like, a freaking philosophical discussion on good people! Good people are easily recognizable! If they give you bread, they're good people! If they take you in the shelter when it's a storm, they're good people! It's not complicated. We don't need to make this complicated.
Life is complicated. I thought Ithaca was
Ithaca was good people!
I thought she was too, and now I don't know what's up. I don't know what to think. I don't know if she's a good person. I don't know if Rami's a good person. I don't know
Oh my
if my
gosh.
family are good people. I don't know if I'm a good person. I don't know what's going on.
Mamori grabs Sildra's face. You are good people! You are! I've met you, I know you.
Why are you so sure about that?
Because I know you, Sildra. Momori lets them go. You're thinking way too much! There's too much thinking going on!
I'm always thinking too much. Why do you think I try to relax so much? It's exhausting being in my head.
Well, I can't help you with that!
I
What do you want me to do about it?
I fish because it's nice and calming. I have not fished in weeks.
I really need to get you more hobbies.
And now I'm confessing things to someone who used to think I was a wacko and now says I'm a good person. And there's a heretic troupe killing gods out there, and I don't know what to do about it. And somehow I'm connected to the person behind the heretic troupe. I have so many thoughts in my head, Mamori.
I never thought you were a wacko.
What about all the magic stuff?
Well, I'm terrified of magic, Sildra, so... And also you tried to beat up Zephyrius instantly from the moment I met you, so I was a little bit ready to throw down. All right, in that moment, yes, I was.
He did literally ask for it.
All right, fair, but I don't want to see anyone I love get hurt ever. So I don't know. All of that aside, you can doubly trust that what I'm telling you is true, because I've known you for such a long time, and I have known you when you're at your most fireball-y, and I can still confirm that you're still a good person. So, and you're low-key high-key trying to save the world right now too. So, that alone, you know. Anyways, I like you. Good person or not, I suppose. I don't know. Where were we going with this? This was going somewhere, and now we've jumped.
There's a monarch in my brain.
Well, there's no way we're keeping that important detail from everybody else who's trying to save the world. We gotta tell them.
Is that my decision or yours?
It's gonna be your decision. I mean, I know what I would do, but I'm not gonna make you.
Fine. I'll let everybody know once we're out of this place. As in, once we get back to the teachers, I can let everyone know.
Fair enough. Sildra,
Yeah?
if anything happens, if anything happens and for whatever reason if I don't make it back, tell them, please.
Sildra, it's their turn to grab Mamori's face now.
Okay, well, this isn't exactly what I was thinking. That
Mamori,
yes,
you are going to make it back.
right. I'm just saying, just in case. Like, what if anything happens?
There is no just in case. You are going to make it back.
Okay, fine. Just let me go on my face right now. People are gonna think this is weird.
Silver lets go of her face. I think that ship sailed a while back.
They might think you're weird, but I'm perfectly normal.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Yeah, you guys are having this delightful conversation. at
Drawing
your
no
table.
attention at all. No one's wondering what's happening.
No,
Yeah.
completely low key.
Yep.
No one knows.
While you guys are having this conversation, and for what it's worth, like I said, this is a relatively busy tavern. People aren't actively trying to like listen in on your conversation. Other stuff is going on. And as you guys are squeezing each other's faces
Jesus.
in just the best show, in the most real show of friendship, I think any of us can attest to. Is it a friendship until you've had to squeeze your friend's face to like stave off like a mental break?
I can't believe I got away with squeezing Silder's face right now. I'm so proud of myself. Anyways, video.
And she lived to
Honestly,
tell the
yeah.
tale.
I love that this
I
happened.
love it. While this is happening in your booth, you do notice a handful of clowns making their way inside start handing out flyers to various patrons and start tacking it up on one of the local event bulletin boards in there. Not making much of a fuss, but, handing things out again in their now green robes before making their way back outside. And you see people kind of turn the flyers this way and that. One of the flyers lands on your tables, and as you read it, it's in Nasti's ridiculous, over-the-top, flourishy handwriting. A new flyer that says, "In town for one night only. Feast your eyes on an event a millennia in the making.
Oh no.
Oh, that doesn't sound ominous.
Cost of admission, 1 relic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scheduled for tomorrow night."
Sildra,
Yeah.
kind of getting the feeling that maybe we should stop this show.
Let's jump back to Mateo and Rami. The two of you have made your way over to Nasti's trailer. Unfollowed, Nasti is still in the big top. Effie has run off, and most of the clowns are not over on this side of the camp. Rami kind of tries to peek in through the windows, and he gives you a thumbs up of, it's fully empty, and it doesn't seem like the door is locked.
Just wait out here, and knock if anyone is coming close. But try and do it in a way that's not obvious if they see you.
Is there a not obvious way for you to get back out? I don't see like a back door from the other side. What are you going to do if someone starts coming?
I'll cross that bridge if we get to it. Anyway, opens door.
Okay. Rami stays put outside. Mateo, inside Nasti's trailer, it's not a particularly huge space, but my god, is this the most lavish bedroom boudoir situation you have ever seen. There is drapery and clothes and jewelry hanging from every inch of every available surface. If his workshop was the epitome of an artisan's studio, this is the epitome of an absolute diva's powder room. He's got a massive plush bed on one side that takes up nearly half of the available sitting space, while the other half is relegated to a massive mirror and a vanity full of makeup and jewelry and all sorts of various show accoutrement for him. The majority of it is still red, but you can see it's been kind of shoved off to the sides in favor of what seems like newer green pieces he has added to his wardrobe.
Hey, are there any weapon stashes in here I should know about?
It seems like a lot of clothes. You're welcome to roll perception, investigation to get a better read on what's going on in here.
Okay, I'll do investigation. 12 plus 4, 16.
Cool. On a 16, Mateo, you start kind of like rifling through, or as carefully as Mateo seems to be with these kinds of things.
Yes.
Yeah, carefully kind of turning over things, doing your best not to leave too much of a disturbance behind. Under Nasti's pillow, you find, honestly, a very rough-looking, old-looking knife. Just doesn't seem to match the rest of everything else going on with his everything else. That's like kind of the only real weapon you find in here.
Gonna give someone tetanus.
Yeah, you don't see much in the way of weapons. What you do find is on his vanity, alongside his assortment of makeup and earrings and such, you do see hooks and things for necklaces and such. And on one of the pegs for necklaces, you do see, it's a fairly simple chain, but it has what looks like a key on the end of it.
Yoink.
Perfect.
What kind of key? Is this like a small key? Something delicate, or is it like hefty?
Yeah, it's fairly small. Seems fairly unassuming. You know, it seems like it's got maybe like a thin, like brassy plating on it, but nothing terribly like extravagant.
Okay. I feel like this is probably for the box. That's my Okay. So I guess I'll leave. I don't know if there's anything else I can check in here. I don't care about his perfumes.
I'm interested. What is he wearing? Chanel number 5?
Mateo, you see a pair of perfectly round jet black glasses on his vanity, and you realize that they are not the same ones he was wearing earlier. These are the ones that you saw the last time you met up with him.
I put them on.
You look so cool. +5 to cool.
Ew. It's like maybe there's like something to like the vision.
No, they
Are these prescription, Grace?
of course they're not.
They're just sunglasses?
They're purely to look cool.
Do they have like a tint to them other than black?
If you hold them up to the light, you do see they're tinted very, very dark red.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very jet finish.
And there's no like notes in here. It's just all like jewelry and shit.
I think you see like a very extravagant outfit sort of picked out, parts and pieces of it. You see a long flowing emerald cloak, new pair of shiny bell bottoms with gold tassels on the end, new pair of strappy platform sandals. He seems like he's gearing up for something big.
Mm-hmm. I was like wondering if there's some kind of like secret ink type of situation in here.
Secret ink.
Yeah, like if you have like red tinted glasses and you can see things that are like tinted that color or whatever. Anyway,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
yeah, too bad you didn't think of it. Anyway, so
Yeah,
I
that's
put these
unfortunate.
glasses down.
That would have been a great idea.
Okay, well, I guess just try to leave this room in as good of a state as possible and leave.
Okay. And Mateo, do me a favor, just make a perception check for me.
Cool. I love those. That's a 7.
All right, you leave.
Okay, cool.
Rami is waiting for you outside, and again looks at you with a, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Something's gearing up over by the big top though, and you can kind of hear what sounds like a fight going down between Effie and Nasti, just going at it again, just very loud vocal argument.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we're going to have to speak to him.
You guys get closer, and Rami this whole time, he's been very uncomfortable being in the troupe. He gets it. He's not happy about the situation. As Rami gets closer to Effie and Nasti in this whole situation, you can see him looking genuinely, like, concerned at how, like, angry Nasti is getting, and looking around at the other clowns, he's like, hey, I know we need to work with this guy. We gotta get him away from these people. Someone's gonna get hurt at this rate, and I don't want to see that happen. Because as you guys approach, you see that Nasti has a very firm hand on Bobino's shoulder, who is dressed in a very unsettling costume of a strange mask a long cloak made of pine needles and golden chains around his wrists.
Shit.
Nasty says, he is going to be the star of the show. That's final. We're all honored, young Bobino, to have such an esteemed child genius amongst us to perform the most essential role of tomorrow night's performance. You, and he boops his nose, he says, you are the key to making sure that tomorrow night goes flawlessly. Isn't that exciting? Bobino's just trembling and nodding and not making eye contact. Gee. And now Effie is like very, very seriously walking up to him, clenching her fist. You need to get your head on straight and give me the kid. To which Nasty smiles cordially and with a snap of his fingers disappears himself and Bobino from the crowd.
Story Hoard is produced by Grace, Maddie, Margaret, and Kev. Our theme song was written and composed by Vocal Outburst. Follow for updates and artwork on Twitter and Tumblr at StoryHoardPod, or visit our website at storyhoard.card.co. You can find all these links and more in the description of this episode.
I'm still a little stressed about our talking horse. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it kind of like breaks something for me about like the world. I can't explain what it is, but I'm like the fact that she's sentient. I'm like, I think I could have accepted it if she wasn't, but I'm like, she's sentient. I don't know how to feel about it. It's like we're not in.
Well,
She's
she's
got
like,
a god in her.
she's like being the vessel of the fucking shadow god right now.
Yeah.
And the shadow god wants apples.
The shadow god.
Apples,
true.
apples. Oh, damn it. The last vestiges of my power, and I'm overtaken by horse brain. I thought it was going to be a cool horse, but now I only care about horse shit. Where are the
It quite
oats? Give me oats.
Why do I want to roll around in the dirt?
Give me a salt lick.
There's a reason why in this world, you know, anything can become a god and a god can have any sort of worshippers. Humans are ideal in the sense of they have thumbs and critical thinking skills.
Horses work too, though, apparently.
In a pinch, a horse can suffice.
Like, in the moment, it was like, wow, this horse loves killing people. This is hysterical. Wouldn't it be funny if I transferred less of my powers into this thing? Oops, all horse.
Just like I forgot our horse murdered people.